Alright, hello everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and do the introductions here before I jump over into the voice chat so that they can also be heard. Excuse me, clearing my throat. Hello, welcome once again. Thank you for stopping by to watch Records of Miqto, a Change Stars actual play podcast, whatever you want to call it here. If you are watching on Twitch or Discord or YouTube, thank you for coming in, checking out, subscribing, liking, following, sending all this wonderful news to your friends and family so that they can also enjoy the greatness that is Change Stars. I don't really have any other news. Just remember that Grinding Coffee Co. is our forever sponsor. They are wonderful. They are fabulous. We love them. You can use our code for 10% off on any of your orders. That being said, I will, in fact, jump back over. Oh, I didn't do that thing my wife asked me to. I am a wonderful partner. I didn't upload that stuff at all, but I'll do that while we're handling introductions. It's fine. Prepare for any potential noise. I'm going to go ahead and guess that it's going to be Dougler speaking when I unmute. Here we go. I was. Nailed it. Called it.
Called it?
I predicted that it would be Dougler's mic making noise when I unmuted. It's fine, don't worry about it. I'm just being funny.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no background noise.
Anyways, hi guys, how we doing?
Doing alright.
Excellent. I am also peppy and full of energy and ready to rock and or roll. I went ahead and handled all of the bookkeeping
Glasses.
I've handled all the bookkeeping ends of the technical side of this. The notifications are out and everybody knows that we are in fact live. So why don't I go ahead and hand this over to our wonderful storyteller so she can get us rolling with introductions.
Oh my gosh, that's me.
Gosh, that's you.
Hello everybody, I am Shay, or Shay the Fae. I'm here on Twitch. I am a member of Partyweb Games, and I enjoy running and playing in all the games we've got here. On that note, today we are playing Change Stars, a custom-made game by one of our dear friends, and I am more than happy to actually play this and give my own little twist here. But in this game, synopsis is essentially an exploration team, and they're going to investigate some habitable worlds that have popped up relatively close to the borders of the humans, the Trinity part of the humans in particular. However, partway through their travels, they had picked up a distress beacon, at which point now everybody is gathering to figure out what exactly is going on. On that note, players, I would like each of you to introduce yourselves and who you're playing today.
I guess I'll go first. Hi everybody, I am Dougler93. Yeah, I'm on here quite often, so I'm sure you know who I am. I'm also on Twitch, still calling it Twitter, fuck X, and Blue Sky at Dougler93. Yeah. I am playing Bayer Thule. Well, the pilot. I will popcorn over to Captain. You good to go, or should I just toss a in?
I'm good to go.
Over to you.
I will be playing Douglas Dog Crowley, our team's security specialist.
All right, well, I guess that jumps over to me. I am going to be playing Chief Scientist Rindis LaRusio. She is the xenobiologist and resident expert on all things not Trinity bound. So, here we go.
All right, and with that, everybody, hello, Hamalu. Welcome. Much love. And with that, everybody, we will jump right into it where we left off, as this large exploration vessel has has altered its course to investigate what this distress beacon is. As the vessel, we open with a scene of this vessel drawing closer to where another starship is, one that looks like it's seen better days. There are some tears in its hull. Surprisingly not extensive, but there doesn't appear to be any power running through it, at least not on the outside, and as it drifts here, it's very definitely Mirai in make and design, and this is just outside of the Artemisian commune's borders, the human branch of the Trinity. This vessel appears as well to have what looks like large rods protruding from several points along its hull, and what looks like an area where something was detached. Where these rods penetrate, there is some kind of goop or sealant, typically the kind of stuff that's designed to seal a hole before it can cause destabilization. Additionally, while it's not powered, it has some gashes in its hull. It looks pretty well intact. That being said, the captain, does anyone want to remind us what the captain's name is?
I have the chief flight officer's name written down, but not the captain's. Do you remember it being a joke, though? A reference.
Captain Shatra Quest.
Yeah, we were very big on calling her Quest.
Actually, I should go ahead and just give you these names. Alright, so, as the ship approaches it, we see Captain Quest press on her press a button at her desk, and she says, "I'm going to need a team to go investigate this. Dr. Rindis, Firethul, and Douglas Crowley, please report to the bay." Stella looks very disappointed, but kicks back.
And took it next time, I guess.
Crowley would just... I mean, he'd go. He follows his orders as usual.
Rindis is going to climb out of her pod, snuggle each of her little babies, tuck them back into the pod, get dressed, and then go join the others.
Each of the Obsticorous was around a little bit, uncertain on what's happening, but when you signal for them to stay, they dutifully remain, obeying their queen.
Fire's also going to get dressed because she just kind of ran to the station without clothes. It was an emergency.
Probably smart. You all gather your things and equip yourselves, meeting in one of the bays, along with the captain as she's ensuring everything's going to work out well. Just open this door.
Remember to move us to whenever you mass move like that. Cool.
There. All right. So, as you enter the I don't know why my brain is stopping on this.
Docking bay?
Docking bay, thank you.
Welcome.
As you all enter this docking bay, where there is a shuttle here, the captain steps forward to address you all and says, "All right, I want to keep this minimum risk. We still have our own mission here. However, your first priority is to find any life signs aboard that ship. If you barring any of that, see if you can find any information on what happened here."
Understood.
Hi, Captain.
Above all, stay safe. We don't know what's on that vessel. And you all are able to enter the shuttle.
Thank you.
Bear's going to go to the... Fire's going to go to the pilot seat and just start up the pre-flight checks. Can't be bad if it's crashed
go
beforehand.
ahead. Go ahead and give me a piloting check.
Guessing that is maneuver.
That is going to be operation.
Operation. Alrighty. One success.
That's enough. So as the shuttle detaches and begins to drift along, you move the shuttle over to this derelict vessel, where again on the outside, aside from the scratches and gashes along it, and of course those large rods sticking out of its hull, there is very little. It's not as though it's torn apart or anything. Whatever happened here, it looks like. Actually, Douglas, go ahead and give me a scrutiny.
Oh boy, Douglas is amazing at those. Nope.
Okay, so nothing sticks out to you as you see this, or at least nothing comes to mind immediately. But you all approach this vessel, and with buyers piloting, you're able to dock on one of the um, docking bays, and I will move you all over.
Hello, darkness, our old friend.
Come to stare at you again.
Ah, there it is.
All right. As you enter, and also as a note, as the pilot for you, buyer, you have a CCU here. Let me go ahead and give you its stats because you get to pilot that.
Yay!
And for the audience, what's a CCU?
It's basically a walking lifter, kind of like in Aliens.
Where does I put it in the stats?
Sorry?
Where do I put it on my character sheet?
I could not figure that out.
Mhm.
I don't think Roll20 has a thing for it. So you can, you know what? I'm going to give you control of this. I'm going to give you control of this. There you go. Can you control it?
Yes.
All right. So you're able to hop on in and there we go. Yep. So you're able to hop on inside, and this is a single person vehicle, but it's got a little bit of life support. It is sealed. I imagine you all are wearing your own suits and everything. But as you enter here, this first room of the docking bay, there's a terminal in the center of the room. There is some dust scattered around and a burn mark around the door. The door itself looks a little bit damaged.
Did we get anything like a distress beacon or anything from this ship, or did we just find it drifting?
There was a distress beacon, yes. But there was no answer or no way to detect what was inside. If there is any light, it's very faint.
Our first priority should be to make sure life support is still functional, find ship logs, and search for survivors.
Sounds good to me.
All right. If I could, Dog will step out of the shuttle, make a quick sweep around the area,
This room, for the most part, looks vastly empty except for the terminal. It looks like it was quickly abandoned. If anything, as mentioned before, there is a very thin layer of dust and score marks around a sealed door here.
With this score marks around the door, is that any sort of thing that Douglas's military background would lead him to recognizing?
Let's see. What would be an appropriate role for this?
Maybe insight result, probably in insight, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
he's not
insight or
the best.
scrutiny.
Yeah, and he's slightly better at insight than scrutiny. He's still not good at it, but he got one success.
There you go.
Yep. You recognize two things here. One, there was a firefight. Two, that door was opened when that was going on.
Right, we're looking at a previous firefight. This door's been sealed since that happened. Possibly an evacuation through this shuttle bay. Stay on your toes.
You said that's a console there in the middle?
Yes, it is.
I will go over and see if there's any logs that corroborate this.
Going through this console, go ahead and give me a... I will have these memorized again at some point.
I think it's systems.
You are correct.
Oop. Hold on, I gotta remember, do I have any values that help? Tape for navigating. Nope. Damn it. Stupid cut and paste feature. So red tape with navigates around manipulating and circumventing bureaucratic systems, public or private. Do you feel like red tape would apply to this?
What was that last part of it?
It lets me navigate, circumvent, manipulate bureaucratic, public, or private networks. It's just giving me access to stuff. I can navigate through the red tape of the bureaucracy of internal systems.
And that gives you a bonus?
The +2 modifier
Yeah,
on
you can
system
get that.
tests.
Certainly. Yeah,
Oh, that's quite a bit.
that is quite
Yeah.
a bit. So feel free to ask any questions here, and I will give you some information hands-on. It looks like there was indeed an evacuation. Whether or not that vessel got away or not is uncertain.
Those were my main questions.
Yeah.
Is there signs of an actual evacuation that happened? And basically, are there any logs on who caused an attack here?
At this terminal, when you start searching for it, I'm going to give you you're able to pull up a map of the area and essentially where whatever would be considered a black box for the Mirai to keep their stuff. It's not far from here. It is a little bit further in. But you know where to find it. It is pretty much just down the hall.
Okay. Does everybody have a data slate or some kind of HUD display? A slate, I believe, is what they're called in this one.
No slate, just a comm box and a radio.
Okay. What about Yar? Mayor?
I have a comm box and a electronics analyzer.
Okay, great. I'm gonna download the map onto my slate and keep that handy for us to give us directions.
There you go. You also see, you also have controls to the door here.
I was gonna ask, is the door locked as well, and if I can do anything with that?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Right. Doc he's gonna fix his flashlight to the bayonet lugs of his pulse rifle, and he's taking point.
Ooh, let me make you a flashlight real quick.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Let's see.
Yeah, that was. I have learned always buy good light sources in the outset of campaign.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, why is this Zoom not working? There we go.
It's a tricky tool, but the other nice thing is that frequently flash, especially in good sci-fi systems, if you're getting a big security flashlight, it can double as an improvised weapon. I recall one of
the good ones that are just like made of solid metal.
Yeah, the good ones that are made basically steel, and you hold them by the lamp, you shine them at the opposition, dazzle them, and then bonk them over the head. That I got so much mileage out of in that adventure up against the void ghosts. Parrying with a flashlight, shooting with the stun gun.
And honestly, it works.
Yeah. And then eventually getting I believe it was a pulse rifle, and just unloading into the thing. And there we go.
Oh,
You can see far now.
the direction.
Well, one thing is directional.
Yeah, the little blue.
The thing assigned to Douglas is not.
There we go. So you should be able to control that and rotate it as needed. So for you, Rindis, you know there is, with your map, you know that there was access to other rooms this way. But you also know that with that roll, that this door has been airlocked and sealed. As there is damage to that portion there. There are doors here, which leads to
What in the world is it trying to do?
a laboratory, and further down there is you take a left at the break, and you should come across a door which enters a lab where you can get more data.
All right.
Are you still having trouble spinning it?
I was having issues with it deciding to spin in weird directions, and now it's doing it. It appears to happen when I try to control both tokens at once. So we'll just put. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe you can just add it to your token.
Yeah, you probably can. Admittedly, we'll probably see a lot of upside down dog, but oh god. Yep, we're going to be seeing a lot of downward dog this session.
We're gonna see a lot of up dog.
I was trying not to do that one.
No, we gotta. We set it up. We gotta.
When you have the setup for the terrible joke, you are obligated to make it.
You have to take up dog.
Yep. Take up dog the torch.
Oh my god, that's what we're calling it now.
The torch, the flashlight's name.
Yeah.
We have named. This is the first time I've ever named a flashlight in a session, and I've been playing various games for a long time.
All right, how do I get this guy stuck on? I'm working on it as well. If you want to keep going, hon.
Okay, I'll let you figure it out then.
I can independently control flashlight for a little bit while we
Yeah, for
get that
now.
figured out.
For now, I would say just keep it in front of you, and that'll be just your directional. Because you said it was in the front of the rifle anyway, so it kind of
Yeah,
makes sense.
he's attached it to the bayonet lugs.
Directional light on. Okay.
And
Rindis would convey that the door to our directional left is depressurized, so do not open it.
understood. So flash that one, and then it's the next. What's to the
The right.
To the right.
What's to the right?
Yeah, to the right there was a medical/science facility.
All right. Let's clear it before we move on. There was a firefight here. I don't want anything sneaking up behind us.
No, what I.
Door?
Oh, hey, they work. All right, I'll start utilizing those more.
Uh-oh. Yep. Doors are open.
That was going to be my test, because I don't use those like throughout the whole map. So inside this room, there are a few medical beds, as well as a table. There is scrap laying around, some cracks in the walls. On the far end, it looks like there is a glass wall of sorts, but it's been darkened, along with machinery that is completely inactive.
Okay. No movement?
Doesn't appear to be.
All right. Backing out of the room. Retrieving the...
Was there
trying
any?
to get the...
Was there any computers or anything? It was a medical facility. What was there?
There was a very damaged computer system, yes, but it looks like you wouldn't get much from it.
Okay, not worth messing with then.
And there was also a cracked glass wall that has been dimmed.
All right, we should continue on.
All right.
Take the way.
It is an adventure moving two things, one of which the light is attached to, and the other
I do see you have a directional light going now, so I think that's working. Let me.
I do?
Yeah, you see next to you. You're admitting a little tone of light.
It's just very, very turned down.
Yeah, it's very faint. Let me fiddle with that a little more. How far out does this flashlight go, hon?
60 feet.
60?
At least that's where I set it to.
60.
I think, I also have the rulebook pulled up in the adjacent tab. I can just take a quick look at that while you're...
That didn't emit enough. What about this? Oh.
Hey!
Okay, I'm going to move the flashlight so that it's over here. Flashlight. Okay. Now spin yourself around.
No. Spin.
It's still flipping you upside down, though.
It's going to be that, yeah.
There's not much that can be done about that, but it's a heck of a lot easier than manipulating two things.
Okay, we'll work with that. I'm going to move the flashlight off screen so it's out of the way, hun.
Okay.
But yeah, light source. All right.
All right. Are you guys able to see it when I'm just rotating the light source, or only when I let go?
It should be emitting all the way. Oh, when you if you spin like spinning, you don't show until you stop spinning for us.
Okay.
Yeah, so you gotta actually look down the directions for us.
Yeah. And it appears I can only rotate to the 1/8 markers.
Oh, that's annoying.
I think if you hold Alt,
Alt.
How about-
lets you.
I was gonna say, how about now?
Yep, all. There. Yep, now we can have up dog, sideways dog, downward dog, you name it.
All the dogs.
Yep.
I like dog. On that note, that hall leading upwards, again, more signs of scoring and that same kind of firefight, along with old splatterings scattered across the floor.
This look like high velocity blood spatter.
You may make a medicine.
Oh, that is definitely not his field.
Shall
Any
I-
possible modifier for the amount of it he'd inflicted when he was in the military?
You know what? Yes, I will let you use.
A
I will
lot
let
of
you use
blood.
whatever investigation skill is your highest.
Whatever investigation skill is my highest, that is still non-existent.
All right, take a +1 as well.
Okay, +1. Okay, the +1 counted.
Yes, you recognize these as blood splatterings.
Okay.
I'm sure you've fought alongside other Trinity soldiers as well, including Mirai. Now, I don't know what color Mirai blood actually is. I could not find it in the book, so...
Let's say it's green because they're bugs.
Okay. It's a dull, dingy green. It's been there for a while.
Okay, so that would... Alright.
More
Looks like we had
sense.
firefight this direction. We've got high velocity spatter, but we don't have a lot of leakage going back the way we came.
No sense of
I'm
not
seeing a larger pool, it looks like, around the corner. Hold here.
holding up against the
Holding.
wall.
And he's, and then he checks. What have we got here?
Rounding this corner, you see some rubble and damage to the ceiling that has fallen down. So it's not blood. It's just parts of the ceiling that
It looks
got
like
torn up
there's-
in this fight.
Looks like there's more spatter up ahead, though. There.
Yeah, there is some spatter there, and more scoring around another door.
All right. We have minor structural damage, more blast scoring, it looks like. All right. I think we're clear up here.
This door, as you get closer to it, you see that this one has been blasted open.
Now then.
Is that engineering?
I was going to do a maneuver I've heard referred to as cutting the pie, where it's basically a method of clearing a room when you only have one person with a gun. But suppose and move in to this position then.
You see inside this room. Go ahead and give me. Go ahead and give me a quick scrutiny.
The old quick screen.
That was
As you step through the door, and you do a quick scan of the room, you notice that there is again some more damage to the ceiling here, and as you enter, you see a loose pipe that might have swung down rather painfully in your direction, but you're able to move it aside before it does anything. There's a loud you know what, with 2 successes there isn't even a loud clatter. You're able to shift it aside. There's some motion as you there is some sound as you just yank it loose and keep it from hurting anyone, including yourself.
room's clear.
Inside here, there are a number of computers.
Which one? The one in the middle is the central computer, I'm guessing?
Yes, it is.
Just gonna go up and start fiddling with it.
All right. Go ahead and give me a systems check.
Oh god, what are those things at the bottom? Those are ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Which I do believe I need more successes than failures when those come up.
Are those your edge dice?
I have no idea. Maybe, possibly.
Yeah, those black ones are the edge dice.
Why are they rolling? Should they be rolling?
Yeah, I don't think you should have any edge right now.
Yeah, it may be. Yeah, you might have to reset the number in your edge.
I think I set my because I set my edge total to 5.
That would be why.
From character creation, yeah, that would do it.
Alright.
So that doesn't actually exist.
Okay, but you do have 3 successes. And as you boot up the system, you notice a couple things as you're going through this. There is a date of last access, which was from this point almost a month ago. Not just that, but there is signs that there was an unauthorized access to the terminal as well. But you're able to get into this computer, and you are able to pull up. What kind of information are you looking for specifically?
What was this unauthorized access looking for?
They were looking for data on biomechanics and gene modification. You would also get from that role that this vessel belongs to the Lifeweaver Hive, a group of a hive of the Mirai that specialized in genetic medicine and healthcare.
Genetic medicine and healthcare, and they were tampering with bioengineering.
Yeah, it's all the kind of stuff that's meant to help various species with disease or improving quality of life, that kind of thing. But without opening any files, that's all you would know on hand. There is also recordings that you can pull up to, and you could download what was left on the black box here and get some knowledge on what happened there.
I will do so.
All right. As you do, there is you're able to see a feed of groups of various species, faces hidden in their armor as they fight their way through the halls here. They seem very intent on something in particular, but they appear very organized, but there's something else you're seeing as well. The one leading them on this camera, a bit larger than the rest, appears human. Seems to be favoring engaging in melee combat, but they are in a frenzy. They are taking shots on their armor, but they are going absolutely apeshit as they fight their way through.
Well, hopefully these people are not still here. They look like they are a bad time for everyone.
I'd agree with that, Professor.
Yeah. That would explain some of this. We're gonna have to get this information patched back.
Agreed.
He's got a dog comes, he pulls out his he has a long distance radio.
Mhm.
Get this information relayed back. Could be a problem.
Yeah, she's gonna go ahead and relay it back to the captain so that they're still in the know and won't be maintaining radio silence, but will maintain communication when necessary.
Yeah. So as you relay this information, you hear Captain Quest's reply, and she says, "Do you feel comfortable continuing this mission?"
Its attack was over a month ago. If they are still here, they have made a poor decision in staying in a derelict.
True enough. Press forward then, but be careful.
Did you see any identifying marks on their armor?
Were there any identifying marks on their armor?
Yes, there was. You notice, not all the same because the armor is different on each person, or different in groups of them. But there is a common symbol which would be a history check.
History check. Why did you close my sheet? I'm going to show the image to Dog as well, in case he would recognize a different group. Might have some mercenary knowledge, things like that as well.
Yeah.
History would be some type of insight, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
So I can, if I, why don't we say then, because I'm looking at it, I could be assisting or something, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. Is that what kind of bonus is that?
I think that was a. I forget how those bonuses work. It's been a while since I've done assist in this. I didn't even think about it.
It's in here somewhere.
I think you add. Is it adding the number of dice you have in that skill?
Doesn't seem right. Usually it's just a flat bonus. Let's see.
I mean, for the sake of expedience at the moment, because Dog isn't brilliant at this, maybe we could just call it a +1 and then figure out the specifics later.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and get a +1.
+1. Well, that's going to be 2 successes.
Yes. You would recognize that symbol as one. Historically, in human culture specifically, it is a Norse compass. 2. In recent Trinity news, people have been warning about an uptick in piracy or raiding. There is a group of people who have been using that symbol.
Well, it seems it is human. That is something we can confirm.
The symbol is human.
The symbol is human.
The group that attacked were a number of different races. There were Thren, there were a couple Mirai, there were Fear, it was a mixture of races. It was a group of people that had banded together.
Well, it is dating from human origin, and it would seem that it might be connected with a mercenary group. It does not seem like it will be too problematic for us right now. We should continue on.
Another problem, probably for later.
Yes.
Hopefully not ours.
It is a later problem, not a right now problem.
I just want to fly a ship.
You are piloting a giant robot. That is close enough, yes?
Alright.
Somewhat.
And Dog just does the usual quick sweep as he, exits the room, make sure that there's nothing that's moved up. Though it is unlikely we're in hostile terrain, he is still sweeping as though we were.
Sure, those been left behind.
Yeah. Okay, and as we come around this next corner, looks clean. Is there anything hiding behind my sheet? Nope, nothing hiding behind my sheet there. And
here you approach a door that has been sealed shut.
Okay. Another sealed door. And it's okay. More evidence of firefight. Got more blood spatter.
Airlock sealed or just locked behind us? Or locked behind them?
Just locked.
Oh, just normal locked. Okay, not breach sealed.
Is there a control pad or anything?
There is.
I would suggest before we open this that we finish clearing the remaining corridors on this side of that door.
All right.
If there is anything moving around here, I don't want it coming up behind us.
We'll agree it's probably better not to have our pants down here.
It looks like this hallway loops back around in a hive-like pattern.
Okay. Then we're cleared. Okay, so all right, are we opening this the easy way or the hard way?
We will try the door controls first. And
all right.
So give him a couple of quick boops. Get it going.
All right, go ahead and give me a systems check.
Systems. Systems. Boop. Boop. 2.
Man, you guys are just rolling.
If nothing, I'm consistent in 2s.
And we have bodies.
You have bodies. Bunch of
Wow.
Mirai. And it looks
Congrats.
like a lot of these were drone soldiers. Some of them look like they were hacked apart. Others look like they were shot. It looks like there was a attempt to hold them off when they got in, and then actually, you know what? Go give me whoever wants to give me a scrutiny.
I can do that.
If we're given the opportunity, we should all be scrutinised.
Yay, 2.
Screw 4.
Show off.
Zilch.
So,
4 is more than I can get.
Scrutin's what I'm good at.
yeah. So Dr. Rendis being a top-notch scroot.
The best scrooter.
Yes, the best scrooter. Both Rendis and Bayer, you see that yes, there was a holdout to keep people from getting in, and another group from covering for an escape.
Do I see anything like a piloting station?
What?
Helm? Like, do you see like a helm station here or something to control the ship?
Not here. But there is a what appears to be a Mirai elevator door there.
Right. Clear. Just one last check around the room. Check our elevator. So it looks like our attackers came in the same way we did.
This is where the evacuation came through. Did that happen after?
Look at where the bodies are.
Yeah.
They're taking cover from that door.
Could have been the last line of defense while everyone else is getting up the escape pods.
Sorry. They're taking cover from the door we came in through. Look at where relative to the table.
Yeah, I'm saying this could just be where they're holding off while everyone else is trying to get out the escape pods.
We're protecting the elevator, though.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
All right. Let's check it. Checking the elevator. Is it locked too?
It's not. The elevator is not locked now.
Okay. I imagine we have a button to press.
Ding.
This is a small elevator.
It's bigger than that. I just didn't have room for it.
Okay.
What do I fit in there with my CVU?
There is enough room for it.
Yay.
All right.
Ian. Awkward
All right.
elevator music next to the giant robot.
Yep. As this elevator begins moving, someone give me a mechanics.
I'm not good at that one, sorry.
I have 5 in that. 5 total dice.
Nice.
So I'm
I
I,
have 6. If I count my CCU and my.
if we count my Labrys, I have 6 as well, but I don't know if what we're looking for is applied to what a Labrys would be applied to.
Neither the bonuses wouldn't apply to this. This is more notice.
Okay, then all yours. Otherwise, I have 3.
Nope. Can I push that?
You absolutely can.
Okay, take the 1 edge, roll the mechanics, and great. we have a success, but we also have a what's it?
Fail?
Oh yeah.
A 1. It's not a fail. It's it's like a stress hit thing mechanic brain working.
Yeah. Let me find the stress stuff.
Yep.
Gameplay.
You scream uncontrollably, making everybody else unheard.
Right.
I remember that one came up a lot
during
the playtest. You just feel like screaming.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
That
Do
was
we
like
get
a
it?
whole exploration crew.
Yep.
Where? Oh my gosh, where is stress? There's so much in here.
It's
Value,
it's
equipment, stats and skill. Test roll. No, not test roll.
I tried to do a Control F and then my the page for the Google Doc crashed.
Oh yeah, it doesn't like Control F. I've run into that too.
Yeah, the doc's kind of massive.
Yeah.
I honestly just download it onto my tablet. Just hopefully that makes it work better.
And we don't have an index yet because it's not paginated yet.
Soon the books will arrive.
Yes, and then index. The index will be wonderful.
I had to have gone past it.
I dream of PDF.
I dream of PDF too. It will be Edge. Okay. All right. Edge dice 56 is rolled alongside test with when an edge die rolls 1, it triggers a shock. And then one edge dice rolling a 1, it's a level 1 shock. 2, level 3, blah blah blah. Shock levels: level 1, moderate shock. A small physical response. A -2 to relevant tests through mover's discretion, or C persists until the end of your next turn for a level level 1 shock. Shock examples: moderate, level 1. Oh god. So that is on what would be page. It's what page 104 and 105. So did you find it?
Under twists?
It's under tests and rolls. It's above twists. It's under the overall tests and rolls category. It's above twists. And so it has the...
I see.
And it would be... And so a moderate shock example... Oh yeah, that would be common. +1 edge to those adjacent to / near you. That would be the screaming.
Give me...
Yeah.
the screaming. Give me a d6, and I will give you the information. Let me give you the information before you give me the d6. You notice that this elevator has been tampered with as you press the button to start moving. But this elevator has been tampered with in an effort to prevent pursuit.
No.
And there's a sudden jarring in the elevator.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And okay, and I rolled that 1d6 and got a 6. What does that mean?
You lose your next side action.
Okay.
So you point this out quickly and then begin to
Then
yeah, and you're jostled around as this elevator starts to move, but it's shifting and it does not feel stable. And then a little on the panel there it says, "Preparing to engage emergency release."
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
You each have one action.
Okay, so this is either going to be our computers person. Engage emergency release. I have an idea, but it's as likely to break things as it is to fix things.
Let's hear it. I love it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Apply Labris to alert emergency release mechanism.
I'll allow it.
Okay. So that's mechanics +1. And there's another as he does, I just a litany of profanity.
Yeah. So Byron and Rindis, you both hear Douglas shouting shit. Yeah, as he takes the Labris to the control panel, prying it open and attempting to stop this elevator from dropping. You succeed, but roll me another d6.
There's our next d6.
You lose some movement, so you stagger. You stagger a bit. You fall over as this elevator jostles. It doesn't do anything right now. You're not in combat or anything. But
I think it's hilarious that it's the combat trained guy who's getting thrown all around like a ragdoll.
if we've learned anything from any D&D group, it's always doors.
It's always doors.
It's always doors.
Combat, that's nothing. You want to kill a party, put a bunch of doors somewhere.
Oh god, I have so many horror stories about doors.
It's just doors.
Yeah. But the elevator, there's a screeching sound before you quickly stop the elevator from dropping, and then it starts going down smoothly. The elevator's music starts playing again, very peacefully.
I love that he's just basically applying, marine mechanical method, i.e., hit it with a stick until it works.
Just gotta hit it.
And it works.
He is a jarhead.
Well, we are not dead, so that is something.
Alright.
Might want to take the stairs next time, though.
I do not think we will be taking the elevator either way.
I don't know if it's still gonna work, but we're not pancakes. Alright. Well,
In this room,
a bit more of a fight.
yep, indeed, there are a few more Mirai drones, along with a larger, looks like a young Mirai behemoth. Another drone that's used as a mount, more or less.
Hmm. And
Just the same path onward.
Here, so
hmm.
You
Down
know,
this hall, there is debris and more bodies, as well as another sealed door ahead. There's some rubble down to your directional left that has blocked off a passage, and another passage leading upward.
And more spatter.
So much spatter.
we haven't seen any bodies with invaders yet. Shay, has there been any blood of any other species, or just the Mariah's blood?
Give me a medicine check.
One success.
You notice some blood that was different color.
I'm guessing that the attackers took their dead with them if they had any.
I would not want to leave evidence behind, besides the folks that they killed.
Well, they didn't wipe systems, though.
No, I did. They seem very sloppy in that regard.
Honestly, why just set the ship on a course to go through a star?
Or just set it anywhere that it's gonna crash in, unmanaged. That'll usually tear things to bits.
I imagine to send a message.
Probably.
What message did they want to send, though?
If they can fuck shit up.
Alright. Clear this door. Beep.
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 Door slides open. Inside this room, looks like there was another big fight. There are dead drones scattered everywhere, and another drone that is moving a bit. And when the door slides open,
We have a survivor.
the antennas perk up. This drone starts to charge.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
I have a tool for this situation.
It's called full auto.
Well, that depends. Do we want to capture the person we're investigating alive, or do we want him as a fine paste across the room?
I think alive.
Okay,
Depends on how compliant they are after the first warning shot.
electroshotgun it is.
Yeah.
Because I could probably deal with this in
The other way.
the other way, basically instantly. But we're gonna do the electroshotgun first.
There's initiative. Oh, there it is.
Initiative. Roll.
Up at the top. Hey, look at that. Nice descending order, everybody.
Nice.
13.
All right.
Oh dear, the drone's going first.
Yep.
Yep. So this Mirai drone seems to have been just there, inert, probably still following its last commands. But it leaps over some of the rubble and starts skittering towards the closest thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What square are you in?
I am not entirely sure. I think I was trying to get the light, so I'd probably
I think
be.
you.
So it's not it's difficult to center in the squares with the fiddliness that was involved with being able to actually shine light. So I think I'd be right there.
Okay, so there, in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to go 1. Well, that's difficult terrain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see them hiss, and there's there's spittle coming out from their mandibles as they skitter over into the darkness and behind some more rubble.
Okay. So then that'll be
That'll be Douglas and Fire next.
Alright, if that dog's gonna step forward. And he's just as he lowers, the pulse rifle in the sling in one hand, just smooth draws his electro shotgun and fires.
Alright, give me that roll.
And it already includes the modifier from the weapon. So okay. And now suddenly one of those stress points when it's relevant, but that's
Yeah. So give me another d6. And remind me, in order to get past armor, you have to do...
you rolled the armor on the critter.
On...
And then each one of those cancels out, I believe I can't remember whether it cancels a success or cancels a damage.
And for damage...
Because the damage is 1, and then I can use the next one of my twists to get another damage, I think. And this has the subdue quality, which I believe means that it doesn't kill. Let me double check the.
Yeah, it just knocks him out, or.
Yeah,
or
it's. I can't remember whether it has a separate roll that's associated with the. Currency, weapons, weapon qualities do. Yep. Attacks made with weapon cannot break targets. Instead, when they would become broken, they are reduced to 1 health and forced to make an endurance -X test, where X is the amount of damage, reducing the foe to 0. On a failure, they become unconscious and awaken in a 10-minute turn. Synths are immune to non-electrical subdual damage. So yeah, it just it does. So basically, it just reduces it to the point where it would be
kept alive.
Yeah.
But like, I know armor reduces something, but a lot of the damage I see is like 1.
Yeah, so you roll the armor. The number of d6 is equal to the armor. And then each one of those d6s cancels a damage. Each one of the 6s cancels. I can't remember whether it's a point of damage or a success on the other thing. So.
Alright. So their armor cancels 1 damage.
Which means it would still take the 1 damage.
The 1 damage. So it takes 1 damage. So your shot, your electro shock scatters off of it. It hisses again. And it has blood in its eyes towards the things that are not part of its hive. How about fire? Oh, any movement?
Moved
right,
up
4.
to 1.
You lost some movement.
Yeah, and I only moved up the 1. And I'm staying at a distance.
Alright.
While I can fight in melee, it is not my specialization.
How about you, Bayer?
Bayer's gonna go ahead too, just so they're in the room. And just hold up. And I was like, hey, we're not. Okay, we're trying to stun you. We're not trying to hurt you. We're not who attacked you before. So I guess I'm trying to communicate and get them to not freak out on us.
Do you have Mirai pheromones?
I don't think so.
Give me a communicate at -2 dice. Minimum of 1.
Okay. That is 2 die.
Alright. It still seems to be following its last orders.
Well, crap baskets.
Rindis.
I choose to stand out of the way over here. Is anything else coming at us?
Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it. She will stay out of the way and wait for the all clear. That is my turn.
All right.
I do not have a gun. I am not here for fighting.
All right. So this Mirai war drone, it does look like they have a little bit of an injury, but not enough to keep them down. They begin skittering on the walls. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the walls where they're clinging to, they are going to try and bite Dog.
Okay.
This is why I stayed where I was.
Yeah. Okay, step one, I do want to try to parry.
Absolute.
Admittedly, this is going to be with the basically stuffing the electroshock gun in its jaws, which is probably going to get the sucker broken. And then after that, I roll my armor. So,
Alright, so
I think I'm just double checking. Armor. I'm just double checking how armor works real quick. Dice rolled in armor utility rules. Yes, I'd really like to see how those work now. Thank you.
reduces damage by 1, correct?
I'm double checking. I think that is the case. So I think that would reduce it to 1 incoming damage. I'm just making sure that it's reducing damage and not canceling successes. But yeah, we'll just assume it's reducing. We'll just assume it's reducing damage for the time being. So we'll take 1 damage
Yeah,
instead.
I think that makes sense.
And
All right, so this drone runs up to you. Its serrated mandibles chomping down on the weapon as you hold it up, keeping it away from getting to you. Its claws scratching at you, but not quite getting through to you.
yep.
All right.
And we have just graduated to pulse rifle time.
It is Dog and Fire's turn. Back to back.
So, unless you want to do something, you're just going to put the pulse rifle in those things' guts and unload.
Can I try to grab it and restrain it?
You can try.
Get those big pincer claws.
So I guess operations then?
Yep,
Or-
operations for doing melee with a forklift mech.
Do I add any bonuses to that?
Get a +1 to melee.
Yay. Nope, that's +1, not +10. One success.
1 success. Also 1 success. What is that?
That is an excellent question. I think in this case it's going to mean that no, not successfully restrained.
Yeah.
And
Test-
I
test-
push?
You may.
Okay, so I mark 1 edge and roll again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bump. do I remove the success from last time?
You get to keep the success from last time, I'm pretty sure.
You do.
Do I roll the dice though?
I think you just roll it again because it adds the edge on there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
No,
One
success.
more success. All right, so you pull the CCU around. The arms come up. They clamp down on this drone, and you're able to peel it back off of Doug.
Hey, calm the fuck down. You can't understand me. I don't understand this. Still, calm the fuck down.
Let's see. I did the electroshock gun get broken when I parried with it?
No.
Okay. That is a little surprising, given they're usually relatively delicate instruments, but that's perfectly fine by me. At this point, I would like to try to knock the thing unconscious.
Go for
with it. And any benefit for it being subdued? I mean, not subdued. Grabbed. Restrained.
Yes. I'll give you the +1 melee bonus from the CCU.
Okay.
Offers.
All right. So that is two. That's 2 successes. Going to use that twist for extra damage to try to disable the sucker.
Okay, so that's going to be 2 damage. I get to roll their armor. Take another damage. They still have some stamina left, even if they look injured. So they're still squirming. Rindus.
I am going to continue to be over here, out of the way.
Okay.
Have either of my companions been injured?
I took 1 to stamina, but that's the kind of thing that Dog just shrugs off for the time being.
Okay. I can't get any closer to provide any real help, so I am just going to hang back and prepare the dodge action.
As we just try to tase this thing unconscious.
Yeah, that's why you guys are here. I'm here for other things. You got this. I'm gonna stay out of the way.
All right. It's gonna start chewing on the CCU now. It's serrated.
Trying to get out.
Hey, don't chew on this. The paint's new.
Yum, 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 yum.
1 success. Roll the CCU's arm.
Okay, that is 6 armor.
4, I think.
4 armor, it's got 6 hull points.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, I'm just gonna roll my armor and add 2. Nope, 2, not 52.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of damage to the hull as its claws scratch and scrape at the metal.
So that takes 2 damage then, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
Fortunately, it doesn't bleed, so there's that.
gonna shoot the thing again with the electroshock gun. Because was that his whole turn?
That's its whole turn. It
All right.
Trying to wriggle free.
So
Hey!
that's 3 successes. I'm just gonna dump it all into trying to disable this bloody thing.
Okay. Takes another 2. It's hanging on by a thread. You see it just kind of panicking, not panicking, but like squirming, and as it's slowing down.
Can I flip it upside down to make it more off keel?
Another melee.
Okay. So other operations?
Mm-hmm.
1. 4.
You flip it upside down, and pin it against the wall. As it struggles, it is now restrained. Now it's going to try to wriggle free because it can't do anything.
Okay. I imagine the doctor is saying, "Oh dear."
Oh dear.
Wouldn't wriggling free be up against your melee too, though?
Yep.
Like opposed? Okay.
I need an opposed melee.
Okay. Actually, 1, 2.
2.
So it would not wriggle then, yeah, I presume.
It doesn't wriggle free.
All right.
No wriggle for you.
And you're up again.
Just shoot the thing again.
Yep. Get 2 dice this time.
Okay. This is almost cruel. Okay, only
You
one.
want to push.
You know what? Screw it. Yeah, I'm gonna push. Gonna add that edge. Just. God.
Stop resisting.
This too. Just stop. I'm not trying to kill you.
I'm trying very hard not to kill you.
It would be so much easier if I just wanted to kill it, but no, I'm trying to be nice. The pulse rifle has AP 5 and damage 4. I could just finish it off in one go, but no, this is possible. Okay, so that's but yeah, that'll be 2 damage again.
Damage. Let's see if its armor does anything.
I imagine that the reason Dog is starting to get stressed out is because the damn thing just won't
Die.
drop.
Why won't you die?
1 damage was enough.
Okay.
So it gets zapped. It has that like that shaking motion before it just drops and goes alive.
Okay. So Dog is now there's enough loose cabling and shit that's from all the different things. I want to acquire just from some of the wreckage little whatever cabling I can get
Sure.
strapped together and tie this thing up and tie it. Apparently, I can grab the walker and just tie it up thoroughly. Like the mandibles are tied together, all the limbs are tied together. Fuck it, the antenna can be tied together. If it's something that can move, it's been tied to something else, and then tie it to a piece of furniture.
Thank you.
So yeah, you shibari this mantis.
Oh God.
And it can't. It's not going anywhere. It is unconscious and down.
Okay. Well, we didn't kill it. We will collect it on the way out. No. Alright. What else have we got here?
Rindis is gonna kind of look it over, make sure it's not too badly damaged. If there's any signs of chemically induced rage or anything like that.
Alrighty.
See what its deal is.
So, looking through it, looking over it, give me a medicine.
Yeah. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Woo. That's 1.
That's 1. Let's see. Alright, so looking over this is a war drone. It is specifically designed to protect its hive.
But not attack.
Yeah. But it has essentially follows the orders of um, any queen, any handmaiden, and any diplomat that are any of those castes. It follows their orders via pheromones. This one probably had the last order to defend the hive from anything that wasn't part of it. As humans, you are probably lucky to have removed the anxiety pheromone weakness, or that could have been problematic. It is injured, but alive and stable. If a bit starved, you also would know that they don't have any animalistic impulses. So they don't eat unless they're told to eat, basically.
Oh, that's really detrimental to its own existence.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a bit malnourished at this point.
All right. Well, it would seem it is not going anywhere. So why don't we just finish checking around, and then we can bring it back to the ship.
Get
them-
proper medical.
Brings
Sure.
them back to the ship. I have to remember it is not an it, it is a say.
Just sweep this room. What's this green glowy thing?
It looks like a container of some kind.
Okay. Could use some expertise down here.
I am the expert on all containers green and wiggly. I will scrut the container.
Screw the container.
Screw the container!
Scrut the container. Scrooting.
It's definitely a container.
I'm gonna push because I want to scrut this container. Yep, we're gonna screw it good. Here we
I
go.
assist.
Hey, roll me a d6.
I yell while scrooting the container. 6.
Scroot, damn you, scroot!
Why won't you scroot better?
You lose your side action. So you find it has a code, you're able to unlock it. However, you aren't able to open it because you stumble or something. As you're really focused on scrooting, and you're so proud of it that you don't think to open it.
It's like, hey, it's unlocked. Wait a minute.
Then a moment
I
later,
figured it out. What are we doing again?
Yeah, a moment later, you're able to open it. So, let me give you some supplies, some Mirai supplies. Is there anything in particular you all would like?
Another flashlight? So that
Yeah,
I'm not the only one with a flashlight. It's just like, is there anything you want? It can be anything you like. Yes, one of those common items in the galaxy. God damn it.
Yeah, maybe a lantern so we have all around. Like,
Maybe some parts we could repair maybe some repair parts? Oh, a lantern and some repair parts. Yes, that would be
You
ideal.
find
We find.
you find a couple knives. A You find a couple knives. You find an automatic pistol of Mirai design. Yes, a lantern. And a chemical analyzer and a chemical synthesizer. Have fun.
Okay.
Have fun. We will.
Just going to. This is just
I'm gonna hand
Alright,
these
so-
off because I don't have a use for them.
I'm gonna take the knife. It's like one of the knives because I don't have a knife. I have a labrys, and it's always good to have more pointy, sharp things. I've already got 2 firearms, so dog already has 2 firearms. So we don't need a. Don't really need a. He doesn't really need a third. It's like, given what we've just experienced, Doc, I'm going to strongly suggest that you hold on to this, one of the pistols, and this, one of the knives, in case you get separated.
You know what? There's also a long-range injector because I feel like that would be there too.
So a dart gun as well.
Yeah, there's a dart gun.
Who wants the dart gun?
Guess if you're taking the pistol, I'll take the dart gun. Though,
Unless, of course, the dart gun can be loaded with healing serum to shoot my allies.
Yes, it can.
probably best if you have that then.
Well,
Can be
then,
loaded with healing serum and with tranquilizers.
I'll take the dart gun because then I'm not responsible for killing anyone.
I'll take the lantern since I bring up the rear. That's all right with you guys.
Works for me. I suppose if the doctor's not taking the automatic pistol, Dog will just tuck it into his, basically attach it to his belt.
Alrighty.
Because you know what? Worst comes to worst. Just, another gun. Alright. Entering that real quick onto the sheet. So, what else is doing a thorough sweep of this room? What else are we looking at?
It looks like this room got really fucked up, and that was probably there are other similar tools and devices kind of scattered around, but for the most part, you probably got everything that was useful here. And then there is a door on the opposite side as well.
Okay. I'm gonna say we check that hallway back before we came through this door real quick.
Sounds good.
Great.
I just like to imagine that we've just kind of found some sticky outy thing to hang the little lantern off of on the on the ARV.
How much light does the lantern put out, hon?
I'll say 20. 20.
20. 20.
Yay, I can see again.
This will make it easier to move around.
Yeah.
Alright.
So much light.
Flip over the bodies. They are no longer in darkness.
Crunch.
This is fine.
Alright.
And you circle around this little hive-like portion to the other side.
You know, it just goes around that room.
Yeah.
Well, at least we've got our 6 cleared.
Moving down here, the intersection in the hallway splits into 6 different sides, one of which is that door, another is another door. This way it probably goes around that hive block, and then these 2 go around the other hive block to the other side.
Okay. And quick check to make sure there's nothing sticking off down here. Nope. Come back. Gotta just zoom out a little bit and make everyone's life a bit easier. Alright. What are we looking at then? So we're trying to find information in survivors. We've got 1 survivor currently tied to a piece of rubble. And we've got another door. Alright. Freddy's is this time he's assuming there's gonna be something unfriendly on the other side. Ready to open?
Yeah, ready.
Ready?
Alright. And he's just from here he's gonna hit with one hand he's gonna hit the button. Nothing there.
Lots of bodies. And at the other end here, you can see a lot of collapsed rubble dipping into an area. Some of these Mirai have been crushed by it.
Come on, let me run. Oh no, is it stuck? There we go. It was giving me trouble rotating the token. Okay. Anything moving?
Nope.
Anything important other than an abundance of bodies?
At the other end here, you can see the rubble dipping down into an open passageway.
Alright.
It looks like it was probably once used for a tram on this vessel.
Before we go down that, I want to make sure the other hallways are clear. Oh, looks like that one's collapsed with the body.
Yep. And again, the rubble dips down into that area as well.
Yep. And collapsed with 2 bodies.
That one's just blocked off completely.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Maybe we should check it for traps again so we don't have another elevator incident.
Yep. And he's gonna follow the good old procedure of just kick a good sized piece of rubble off, see how it goes tumbling down.
Alright, you kick it off, the rubble shifts a little bit and slides. It would be a little dangerous to climb down. But if you're careful, you can do it.
Alright. Perhaps we should secure some cabling that uses rope and tie it off up here. I imagine we can we scavenge enough to basically make an assist for our descent?
I bet you could. That would be... What's the equivalent of survival?
Well, In this situation, I imagine we could use mechanics to scavenge material.
Yeah, I agree. So go ahead and give me a mechanics.
And I think that the labrys would actually help with this because I'm basically just tearing out material and trying to keep it in one piece.
Absolutely.
Okay. Alright, that's one success.
All right, so everybody going down will get a 1 dice bonus.
And is that going to be maneuver or endurance going down the rope?
That's gonna be. I feel like either would work.
Okay.
It's just, are you nimble going down, or are you just sliding down and thudding?
Just pretty much the he's got it. He's got the wrap to firm up his grip. He's just pelling down on good old. And somehow, despite all of those frickin' dice, splat.
Yep. Give me a d6.
I just. Not my day. You'd think he's done this before. He's trained to do this. He's good at this, right? No.
He's the best of the best.
Splut. And that was the last we ever heard of retired Corporal Douglas Crowley.
This checks out. It's a you lose some movement, and by losing movement, I mean you fall the rest of the way.
Oh no!
Ow! Shit! Damn! Ow! 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 Shit! Litany of profanities.
Brindis is just like, cool.
I have not even heard some of those words before.
But you make it to the bottom. Take one damage to your stamina.
Okay.
Should we go after him?
Sure. Do you want to climb on the back of my
only if your ascent will prove better than his. I climb on. What's the worst that could happen?
Hey, give me a. You're carrying someone, so give me a maneuver.
Okay.
I'm willing to die. Let's
you
go.
You would be using You would be doing operations.
So, roll maneuver then operations, or operations by itself.
Operations to maneuver, I think. 'Cause you're driving this thing.
Yeah. Any bonuses from the CCEU?
No, just the one bonus from holding on to this tied up cable and hoping it holds.
Okay.
Hey!
2 successes and 1 stress.
Yep, roll me a d6.
4.
4. You lose some movement. So, it's very slow going down. Very, very slow. But you make it down safely enough.
I remember Stella's words with a thermometer.
Just, at this point, I've got to just use one of my Pontiff's reds, because he's just dog. It's already been a day. It's just thump 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 thump. He's been bitten by Mirai. He's fallen down doing something he's done 1,000 times before. He's never how do you get down there? He's just sitting there with this can of beer.
Yeah, shit. It's not been a great day.
No.
But you all are able to safely traverse the rest of this area.
Oh, hey, we didn't die.
Yeah, went pretty smoothly actually for us.
Mm-hmm. Ow.
Oh, sorry.
Are you doing okay?
I'll be okay. He gets up. chucks the empty can behind him. Tink, tink, tink.
So, walking along this area here, it appears to be a track for a tram to get around the rest of the ship. You're able to make it to an inner portion of this vessel.
Okay. So I presume that little... There we go. Clear.
I'll hop down from the robot.
And... So, what are we seeing here?
In here, there are a couple more bodies. More notably, anyone who would like to give me a scrutinize of this room may do so.
Preferably somebody who...
There's a door further over here. Douglas, I will give you a bonus to scrutinize for this one.
Okay. Amazingly, I rolled 2 successes.
So, looking forward, you notice that the door on the far side has been tampered with, and you notice there is it looks like even though the door is closed, there is some cabling that is sticking through, holding something, and you would recognize it as a makeshift trap.
Okay. Alright. Stand back out of the room. I'm gonna grab a piece of rubble and throw it at the opening mechanism of the door.
Okay, so we're just doing it this way.
I'm just gonna do it. I cut my teeth in old school D&D here.
Yeah, all right. Give me a
Ballistics to hit the button.
yeah.
So, let's see. This is an improvised ranged weapon. Was there a modifier on just chucking a rock? I don't think so. All right. And out of all right, I'm going to get another rock. I missed. The thing that dog is best at. There are 12 dice, not 1 6. Apparently, I owe my friend Dan a beer.
Dang. That's rough, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
So I presume that the button didn't go for the rock.
You throw this rock and it hits the dead Mirai here. Its body jostling a little bit. Would you like to try again?
Sure. There we go.
There we go. You hurl it, and this time it flies past, hits the button, and there's an explosion.
Oh.
Pull the pin, tie down the spoon with the piece of string, attach it to the door, it pops up. Done it plenty of times myself.
So there's a sudden as the doors open and some fire rushes out, leaving just a scorched portion. One of the nearby Mirai bodies is just blown apart. It was dead beforehand, don't worry about it.
Okay, good. when the 10-foot pole is not enough, throw a rock.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Let's
Gonna just wait a little bit to make sure it's actually safe down this corridor.
It's very smoky.
Yep. All right. Clearing right. Come on, rotate. That looks like rubble.
Collapsed tunnel. Yep.
Clearing left. That looks more interesting.
While part of the hall is collapsed, there is another sealed door nearby.
Oh, there is another suit. Wait, where's...
Right here. Oh, it's...
Aha!
Aha.
There we go. I'm having to look for the little indentations in the wall to indicate where door is. There it is.
Sorry, it was supposed to be like that.
Door.
Okay. Well, gonna check this door again. They tried to blow us up with one door.
Give me a mechanics or a scrutiny.
Yeah, we'll do mechanics there. All right, looks all clear.
Yep, looks good.
Still gonna stand to the side in case there's anything in there gonna shoot at me and hit the button.
You hit the button and there's a beep, burp, burp.
It's locked.
Can you read Mirai?
Would he realistically be able to read me right? Oh, who are we kidding? This guy's got a cognition of 2. He can barely read English. It's like, locked door. Doc.
Doc. Locks the door. So when I was putting this character together, I saw that we had languages available. So I would say that she does read Mirai because it's her job to know things that are not human. So I will look over this data pad and translate the Mirai.
It reads incorrect genetic sequence.
Oh, if only we had brought our friend along. Oh well. She is going to.
I will say there are bodies everywhere.
Yeah,
That's my first thought.
God,
I was gonna get there too, but I was like, I probably need a warm one, but this should be fine. She's gonna just kind of be alright. Would you mind? And she's gonna just kind of gesture for the loader to carefully bring one of these over.
Okay.
Grab the toasty one.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of all that'll work.
I'm gonna say this one's kind of blown apart. You grab one of its arms.
Just one. We only need one.
Yeah. And
We only need a lift.
you slap its little claw hand on the touchpad, and it goes ding, and the door slides open.
Now that's a real security problem.
Gonna just drop the little claw hand.
And
Inside, I mean, it's not a security problem if you can't read Mirai.
Fair enough.
all you
So
need to do is take a picture.
inside here, in the heart of this this derelict ship, is I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's one of those spawning pools for the Mirai Queen. However, she is nowhere to be seen. There are, however, a few handmaidens that look like they are dead, a couple of them floating in the pool itself, and a door further back.
Alright. Around. We've only been attacked by one thing so far. That's going remarkably well. And I just said things were going well. Damn it.
Zuchi said it out loud. Now we are fucked.
You hear the mech just rotate as Fire and it both put their hands on it. Like, really? Come on. Like, I've seen human movies. Bad things always happen in human movies when they say stuff like that.
It is true. It is known.
If my luck holds. Alright. Pressing. Is this the thing I'm next to at the door?
This is right here.
Oh, okay. And rotate. Alright, hitting the button for the door.
There's another beep. Burp, burp.
Bring the arm.
Let's just grab one of the handmaidens. Is that over?
You grab one of the handmaidens instead. Slap her claws on that pad. And he goes ding.
Hey, by all rights, they should have a higher security rating than.
Well, you grabbed a handmaiden that time.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then there's a shot that fires out of the door. A very panicked shot.
Son of a bitch.
Hi.
Hello, please do not kill us.
They're shooting at Bayer as they're panicking.
Oh, fuck.
And miss horribly. And you hear through her translator, "Stay back, I'm armed."
Hold your fire.
Who's there?
Trinity. This is Douglas Crowley. We're signed to the. What was our ship's name again?
Gosh, you know I named it. Notes, help me.
We're assigned to the ship name under the command of Captain Shatrick West. We're here to rescue any survivors and figure out what the hell happened. Maybe I shouldn't be the one trying any negotiations.
We are here under the command of Shatrick West. We're trying to figure out what the hell happened here.
And she says, you hear her say, "Trinity, oh, shoot, I'm so sorry." And
Well, you missed, so that's not bad.
you see a handmaiden poke her head out around the corner. "You got my distress signal then? Oh, thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I was running out of supplies."
So, what happened? Other than looks to all the bodies.
I think you can see for yourself. It was a bit of a massacre. I don't think we expected anything so organized from raiders.
You'd be amazed how many of them are well prepared.
What was it they were after?
I don't know exactly. During the battle, some of us tried to hide back here. I was unconscious when it came to. The queen was gone, and I couldn't find her body anywhere on the ship. Everywhere else, though, I think I'm the last one here.
We've got one warrior drone disabled and subdued and tied to a chair.
Oh dear, I hope he hasn't given you any trouble. I hope they haven't given you any trouble.
Well, he didn't shoot at me. They didn't shoot at me, so...
Well, if I can get close to him, I can give him the command to stand down.
Okay.
We appreciate it.
Let me gather a couple things here. And she goes to a trunk. You can see there's like supplies scattered all about. But she grabs a cylinder from within this trunk and then steps forward and says, I'm ready to go. I have no idea what happened to my queen, but I'll give a full report once we get out of here.
Are there like escape pods on this ship or emergency shuttles?
There are, and I believe some of us made it to them, but there was a huge there was a carrier that they attacked in, fired cables and kept us tied to themselves. We couldn't fire effectively on their ship with it so close without damaging our own.
Yeah, spalling's a nasty thing.
If my queen is... She pauses for a minute. If the worst has happened, then I have to get back to Mirai space.
Well, we've got a shuttle and a ship. We can at least get you to the ship. Fill our captain in on what's going on.
Of course. Let's get out of here.
Yep.
The sooner the better.
Yeah. Not exactly a fan of floating around in an abattoir.
My queen did have some sensitive information on on Mirai intelligence. I would very much like to ensure that this vessel is removed in case there's anything left.
Well, we could. If there is something stuff, we could set that off to go in a couple hours, or.
Yes, of course, that's what I mean.
All right.
Alright, with that, you're able to go back and collect the unconscious.
Drone.
Yep, the unconscious drone, and I'll move you back.
Fire is not looking forward to informing Stella that her CCU got damaged.
Oh yeah,
It can be repaired. It is alright.
you get back and there's a...
You what? It was trying to eat my face, so I held it away from my face.
And she goes to the CCU and it's like, it's alright, baby, you're back.
Hey, tried to get it damaged.
There we go. Alright, but all of you are able to get back, make it to the medical bay. I assume you give the captain the full rundown on what happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Debrief.
Debrief. So the scene changes again. All of you in the bay. There's a couple of the nurses making sure that this drone is kept alive. The captain kind of like paces a little bit, thinking to herself, well, that's really unfortunate. These pirates, these raiders, do you have any idea where they came from? And the handmaiden here, she She shakes her head, and you can all sense the pheromones as she's communicating. Her translator picking up on it. And she says, "We're uncertain, but they seem to come out of our barely charted region. It was outside any of the Trinity borders. The captain speaks up and says, "Well, all right, we can provide you with a shuttle once and have it outfitted with a medical pod for the drone there. We can ensure that you have a safe return to Mirai space. We must continue on with our mission, however." And she says, "If you could stay with some communication with me in case there's any whereabouts of my queen, I will return to wherever your location is." And she pulls out her own datapad and sends over the information to be able to communicate with her. Of course, out here, that signal might take some time, so her getting back would probably take a number of months, depending on her location. Does anyone have any opinion or anything they want to say?
Can you tell us anything more about the people who attacked you?
She pauses for a minute and thinks. There's been rumors, conjecture. I can't say for certain, since a lot of it's hearsay, but these attacks, these raids, have been prying into Mirai space as much as it has human space. We've been getting whoever they are, they've become more and more notorious, as it were. Of a vessel, a carrier, similar to other human carriers, but of an entirely different design, led by a... She pauses for a minute. "Excuse me, I'm not entirely familiar with human mythology, but she tries to pronounce this correctly, but says Brunhilde der is what they were calling this vessel, one that appears and preys on ships that stray too far from safer planetary space."
Do either of you have questions for them?
Did it seem like they're going directly for your queen, or were they kind of spread out, go after everything?
Why, now that you mention it, I think she may have been a target, which means if she is still alive somewhere, and she pauses and thinks for a minute, maybe it would be better if I sent a message back to Mirai Space to search for her. Or maybe I should stay here and try to keep an eye out for clues. Whatever the case, some of those among the raiders seemed like they were enhanced somehow.
Hmm. How do you mean?
I mean, they moved faster, more than I would have expected, typical of those of our race, of your race. They were well, to put it lightly, they seemed quite mad. Like pain didn't matter. Injury wasn't an issue for them. Others who didn't have that same fervor followed behind.
Drunk with rage.
Hmm.
The captain speaks up. Cybernetics, maybe? Something else? The handmaiden gives... There's an uncertain scent in the air, and she says, I'm unsure.
Cybernetics, genetic engineering, all kinds of nasty stuff out here. Could just be heavy-duty combat stims for all we know.
It could be. Nevertheless, they were entirely prepared for what they were doing. Anytime one of those madmen went down, one of the groups falling behind were quick to scoop them up. Quicker than any of their other injured.
Hmm. Well, that'd explain why we didn't find any of their bodies.
Yes, we suspected they were carrying them off and not leaving them behind. Makes so much more sense now.
Regardless, if you get any information on my queen, if you could send word, I would like to head back to Mirai Space and organize a search party for her. If she remains lost, then I will likely have to take up the mantle of the queen.
Was there a specific reason why your ship was out this far?
We were trying to search for additional life forms that we might be able to study their genetic makeup in the hopes of finding cures for various ailments. We needed new specimens. Every once in a while, we make a venture out to some far-flung place to procure them.
Hmm. Okay.
I don't want to keep you from your mission either, and I'm very grateful for my rescue. When you do need to get in contact with me, you can ask for. You can ask for Vibrant Blossom. That is myself.
Vibrant Blossom. Vibrant Blossom.
And the captain speaks up again and gives a nod and says, "All right, we'll remain here for a few days until we pick up our route again. We'll ensure that you and the remaining survivor are sent on their way with an escort back to safe space." And she says, "Thank you. I appreciate this." Now, is there anything anyone wants to do in these 3 days while they are awake and not frozen?
Well, the 2 guests seem like they're going to be all right, so I don't need to examine them. There are plenty of Mirai on the ship as well, so I don't need to go through my normal route of questioning. I don't have anything in particular that I want to do.
Okay.
Make sure my CCU is repaired to be in less trouble with Stella.
Yep. Give me a mechanics.
Can I add the bonus from my electronic analyzer?
Yes. Make sure the technophiles have. Hey, roll me a thingy.
Oh no.
Roll that dingy dingy.
2.
You drop an item. Partway through your repairs, there's a loud clink, 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 clink.
Oh no, that was an explosive component.
I honestly, it's just like, all right, so now you're gonna have to reach into the thing. You just dropped it down in the engine compartment.
Yeah, it's annoying. You have to take a little more time and unfasten one of the panels to actually get to it.
Reach in, get stuck for a bit, have to fight to get unstuck.
Yeah, I'm just reminded, working on vehicles as I'm screwing things back into place, and the bolt falls down. And I'm like, shit, grab another bolt and start screwing it in, and that falls down. And I was like, well, they're lost forever now.
The point where it's just like, you know what, fuck it, I give up.
Why do we have a grate down here? Why don't we have a sheet or something to stop getting stuck in? My hand's stuck now. Fuck. Hello?
Anybody there?
Rindis and Dog both walk in the stairs where she's head first, waist deep, in this machine to repair it. And she goes, "I'm stuck.
I'm stuck in the machine step, bro. Help."
Okay.
No, this one is all yours. Too easy.
All right. So what check do you want to get to get?
That depends on what you're trying to do.
I basically at this point, it's, I know the points you usually get stuck. It's either because you gripped something or because you something that's can be moved, shifted. I think
You've got to jostle her loose.
So either we need. So it's. I guess it's either I could think mechanics, resilience, or mechanics, endurance, or maneuver as ways of dealing with this.
I'll accept any of them.
So let's do maneuver. That's the least likely to result in any injuries. Okay.
Only that's it.
Except so it gets you help, but now dog is stuck.
Oh dear.
This is just a cavalcade of errors today.
Only that D6. I want to see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
All right. That is a 6.
So you go to start helping them out, and it puts you in a very awkward position as it occurs to you that this could be as someone else walks in and pauses and sees you positioned behind her, bent over, stuck in a machine. You lose your side action as you pause and realize how it looks.
Just like, all right, pull.
You pull her out.
Oh, good.
Man.
I am
All
glad
things
she's.
are taken.
I was gonna say she had set up a camera to watch. I appreciate the team bonding exercises, but you probably should not be doing that in the mechanics bay.
I was stuck.
Of course, it is a very common human mating ritual as well to be stuck in various machines.
This is going right over Dog's head. This is just...
Thank you for helping me, dog.
You're welcome.
They go back to fixing it.
All right.
And at this
I
point,
understand the time and place.
out of his pack, just Dog pulls a pulls another can of Pontiff's Red, hands it to you while he goes and sits down on one of the nearby boxes with his own can.
Team bonding in the bay. All right. So the scene will change. A few days pass as everything is situated and prepared, and the drone has some time to recover. Still very malnourished. It's going to take time for them to fully heal. But they're no longer hostile with a handmaiden able to actually give them commands. But a shuttle is prepped and prepared. There's a moment where there's a scene where she thanks everyone before the shuttle takes off and then makes its jump, leaving. But we see a scene where the shuttle jumps, and then shortly after, a moment passes, and the larger exploration vessel again continues its journey. I would like a D100 from someone.
1D100.
Making this a percentage thing.
42.
42.
42. Okay. So, there's another time skip as some folks go back into cryo sleep, and you make the rest of the short distance there. But the scene changes once more as you finally make it to inside the system. this new system, I would like you don't really have like a dedicated like engineer or whatever. I would say Rindis and Bayer, if either of you would like to make a I would say just a general scrutiny as you enter this new system.
Screw.
Yep, that's you.
Hey, all right.
Physics.
Ah.
You also drop something.
Oh shit.
Clink, clink, clink.
Doesn't matter. You pick it up again. But we have a shot of this vessel entering this alien system. There are we see the Kimitara science vessel moving past one planet, and inside we see a map pulled up as scans are now able, like shorter range scans are now able to read more accurately what is in this system. And there are a total of 7 planets around its star. But there are a couple things that stand out to you, Rendis, as you're reading this data that's being passed throughout the rest of the ship, as it is abuzz with excitement and new places to explore and study. The thing that stands out to you is that one of the planets is teeming with life.
I see. Make note of that. For everybody, we have life signatures ahead. This planet here.
And it is its third planet from its star. The fourth one is technically within its habitable zone as well, but so in order, some interesting points that pick up for you in this solar system. The first planet is a scorching Chthonian planet. Third one, of course, that's the one teeming with life. The third is barely has any spin on its or any tilt in its with its axis. It is almost, its rotation is practically perpendicular to the star. Not perpendicular, parallel.
So it's okay, so it's parallel. So it's not tidally locked. It's just got very little axial tilt.
Exactly.
Admittedly, these are not words that Dog Crowley would find useful. They're just ones that John finds useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I will have to take my actually moment as well. You don't call it a solar system, you call it a star system.
Star system, yeah.
It's called the solar system because our star is called Sol. Adjust glasses. So, yeah.
But you understand what I'm saying.
I do. Which is why I had held back until we got into the technicalities of the other part. It's like, now I can say it. It's fine. It's all good.
Yep.
But
But
I don't know how I'm going to go about it, but I'm going to say that for you all, everything doesn't have an official name. They're just, letters with numbers next to them as they're categorized, and people are excited to give them names. They want to be the one to name them, so everyone's trying to do the most research on these celestial bodies, so that they get to be the ones to name them. You, however, I imagine, are interested in one of those planets.
I'm only interested in this planet with life on it, because I get to name whatever I find.
As everybody is running around doing their research, doing their study, hours go by, a day goes by, and then there's a little blip as there is something unexpected. Stella kind of leans forward, studying this, and says, we were the only ones set to come out here, right? And the captain says, that's correct. I'm getting a techno signature. And at that, the captain's like, everyone at your stations. And there's a moment where everyone starts going on alert before there is another vessel that is detected. It's not close yet, but it is definitely heading towards your vessel.
Does this match the description that the Fire and Blossom gave us of the ship that attacked her?
Give me either a systems or a scrutiny.
I will give you a scrutiny. What?
You try studying. It is not close enough for any visible sight to it, but trying to pick up on its text signature. It is a carrier.
Shit.
This might be trouble, Captain. It's a carrier. Could be the same one that went after Vibrant.
And there's a deep breath from the captain, and she says, I need all hands on deck. And just as she says that, and people start running to their stations, and an alert is put up, there is a hailing signal, and she says, put it on screen. And there is no visual, but a voice comes through, and it says, well, welcome. So, I expected it was probably only a matter of time. So, since it's your first visit here, I would appreciate a toll, an adequate payment, if you will. The vessel still isn't in visual range, but it is still moving forward. And the captain, for opening any audio, says, "Get the ship moving," and then replies and says, "To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking to?" "Oh, well, I guess you can call me Brunhilde. Everybody's been doing it. Not my real name, mind you." And with her hand off the audio, she says, "It's the Raiders." And that's what we're going to call it tonight.
Okay.
Well, fuck.
Dun dun dun.
Joys.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah. All right.
Well, great session, everybody. This was a lot of fun, and we cleared
Oh, yeah.
our first quote-unquote tutorial dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, so that was what the percentage roll was for. It's like I had different things happening at different points in that D100. I was like, oh, it did roll on this. Okay.
Was this the best result or the worst result?
None of them are best or worst.
I-
No, I guess one of them's best, but I wouldn't say any of the others are anything else is. I don't know.
At least
It's
it's not
all-
a human empire ship,
Hey, it could have been.
which would have been awful. 'Cause that would have basically been, nope, there's no way you're talking out of this, and they're really scary.
Yeah. So, I do have a couple questions for each of you, but first, experience. I would like each of you to tell me something your character has learned. In this session.
Rindis has learned that the secret to Updog. Yep, I'm sticking to it. That's my answer.
You know what? I kind of like this idea for experience. Everything you can tell me that you've learned or accomplished is one experience, and it can be small things.
I stand by my
Well.
Updog.
Alright, and sorry, I forgot I was on push to talk. So everything that you've learned, accomplished, or experienced, I will count as one experience. It can be small things, doesn't have to be big. Big things will give you a chunk of experience, though.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. We learned that there are raiders out here using a Norse compass led by a person named Brunhilde. And we learned that Brunhilde and her raiders are here, and that they are, and then of course that they fly a carrier, and that they have some sort of crazy berserkers who could be any number of things, including the possibilities of cybernetics, genetic engineering, and combat stims.
We also learned that they mostly took the queen. We don't know if she's still alive, but they know that she was, or at least taken. We did save Fiber Blossom. We didn't kill the drone.
We also learned that the Murai ship was out here collecting information on new species for research into curing of diseases, possibly genetic conditions. And we learned that the pirates are a multitude of species among them, not just one or another. And I
10 experience so far.
let's see. Dog also learned that if he is that if he is helping someone get unstuck from a loader, there will be jokes made about that compromising position.
You know what? Yes. 11 experience. Anything else?
You did find some items from the Mirai ship. Don't know if that'd count though.
I'll
We
allow it. Take 12 experience then. You're up to 12.
God. We learned that Mirai spatter is green. That's more. I learned that. I don't know. I think our characters would probably have already known that Mirai had green blood.
We also learned that the soldier drones don't deviate from their last given command to the detriment of their own safety and health.
And the detriment of their and others' safety and health.
Yeah, that too.
And that it takes quite a few shots out of a little stun gun to get one to go to sleep.
Yep. Yeah, okay. So everybody take 14 experience total.
14 experience. Okay.
I like this method of world building.
Oh, this one's a joke one. Rindas has pictures of that compromising position.
Yep.
Yes, but you don't know that. Your head was in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Surprised they kept their clothes.
All right, everybody. So this has been the second official session of Change Stars Record of Miqto. We will pick up here again next week, same time, same place. I am Shay or Shay the Fae here on Twitch Party Wave Games, and I have been the Dreamweaver tonight. Everybody else want to do your outros?
Sure. Hi, I'm Captain Carrion, aka John. I can be found in both. I can be found in the chats of a wide variety of streams, and anyone who's and also frequently at Adventure Cafe in Lee Summit, which I'd like to plug because all of the work on my character sheet was done while I was there, and my friend JR runs it, and it's a very nice place. If you are in the greater Kansas City area, I recommend checking it out.
Yes, I'll go next. Hi, I'm Wriggler93. On Twitter, Twitch, Blue Sky. Yeah, I play games here. I stream art and video games on my Twitch. I'll be back here tomorrow for more Brynwood Bay. Bryn?
Hi, I'm Rin. I've been playing the Chief Scientist Rindis Larusio. You can always find me here where we're doing stuff and currently nowhere else. We will, in fact, be back tomorrow where Dougler is going to host Brindlewood Bay for Shay, I, and one other. That being said, there's not much else to do today. So we are going to wrap up. Thank you for everybody who stopped by into the chat, retweeted, resubbed, all that other good stuff. You are all fabulous, and we love you. And until next time, have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.